And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FDS, and welcome to the Ace Podcast. Good. We got things to talk about, I guess. I don't know.
We are back.
Yeah.
My third
Third one.
outing on the podcast.
Yeah. And we're doing
I've not
these.
ended yet, so I'm doing something right.
We've done them 3 weeks in a row, so this is actually probably
Yeah.
the most consistent this podcast has been in fucking years.
Consistency is the future. So.
Yeah. So we got a few things. Today we're not really talking about Nuge, because not a lot of Nuge stuff happened.
It's a little quieter on the Puro front.
Yeah. Empire lost their
However-
first 8-man as a unit. It was
They did.
because they're a bunch of scrub lords and they're not good
Well,
at their job.
because they now have Aaron Hinare,
Aaron Hanare making them do the job.
the secret weapon.
The secret weapon. Why is the thing not? Okay, it's not fucking linking the goddamn thing in the Discord. All right, there
Oh,
we
dear.
go. And then I'm adding here because I don't care. Anyway. But yeah, so Aaron Hanare, they did the JOB in an elimination match. LIJ won. Shingo got the final elimination. That's about all that happened. You know?
Wait, no, there was another happening on the Road 2 shows.
What? Oh, Ghetto pinned Toriano.
Oh yes.
And Dick to go. So they did Dick to go. Oh, and Ghetto versus Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toriano, and Dick to go and Ghetto won. Just think about that.
There's a very, very strange through line here where it kind of works because Tanahashi's feuding with Jay White. Evil's going for Yano.
Yo.
Oh, Jado Ghetto managers. Yeah.
Well, not Jado. It's not even Jado Ghetto. That would make more sense. This is Ghetto and
Oh no,
Dick
it's Dick
Togo.
to go, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ghetto Dick to go. Yeah.
it makes less sense. Makes
And,
even less sense.
Ghetto, the blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Ghetto.
We don't know what. I'm not quite sure why he's called the blacksmith now.
He's forging the switchblade.
Oh, that blade's he's got it in the fire, man.
He's
Oh yeah.
forging illegal passports.
The blade is warming up.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Not quite there yet. We're getting
Not
there.
quite.
What do you think of United Empire and Aaron Hanare?
Tom Hinare?
Tom Hanare. What do you think of
Big-
Tommy Hanare?
Big Tom Hinare.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Their booking is strange.
I mean, he's 1-1 so far. That's
As much as they want me to believe that he is their secret weapon, I'm not convinced.
Actually, I think now he's 2-1. Yeah, he's 2-1 now.
I mean, that's still a better record than he had before.
Yeah, he's doing better.
Whether that record stays somewhere around that level by the end of the year, I doubt
Yeah.
it.
No,
But-
I don't think so.
United
Also,
Empire are very strange.
yeah,
I like that they're not a heel group that is Bullet Club.
yeah. I mean, that's that's about it. Isn't it?
That doesn't eliminate their problems, but that's a plus.
Yeah, they're not Bullet Club. They're in the main event. They have the main title.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
They have a man who is tacky enough to make it look less bad.
decent. It's not good, but it's okay. You know,
Yep.
it fits Osprey more than it fit
Ibushi.
Ibushi. Oh yeah, it did not fit Ibushi
Ew.
at all. I don't think it's gonna look good on Okada when he wins it either. It's gonna look really awkward. I feel like. So.
What? Is Okada? Is he enough of a dork to make it work anyway?
I don't think he is, honestly. He doesn't come across like.
Because you know how Tanahashi and Okada have like their robes where you can specifically see the belt if they've got one.
Yeah.
It's gonna look even weirder with the shape of this
Yeah.
belt, and not the old belt.
It's smaller as well, which kind of hurts it. Like
In my new headcanon, they now need to get new robes with that shape on it
big triangle
to
shield.
fit it in.
They need to make things that will fit the ECW
Yes.
championship.
So now they'll just have like massive grooves in their robes where the triangle points go.
Yeah. Also,
That's
since last
gonna-
week, since we might as well just get all the new stuff out of the way now. First round of NJC USA happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did not watch it.
I watched a little bit of it. It wasn't bad. It was alright.
I saw the results. It was quite interesting.
Leo Rush advanced to the semis. I think everyone
Yep.
saw that coming. Lawler beat Narita. That was kind of a 50-50, but I think Lawler makes sense. You know, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Hikuleo beat Fred Rosser. That one confused me a bit.
I do believe Fred Rosser was your pick, wasn't
He was. That one
he?
confused
Yeah.
me. And now Hikuleo won with his new finisher, which is actually a major
Tonga.
upgrade. Major upgrade in his finisher. He's doing a Samoan driver now. He's calling it the Tongan
Yeah,
Driller. It's way better.
that's good. Good.
Um, yeah, no, it was just confusing. And then Brody King beat Chris Dickinson. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Uh,
would imagine some Lawler Leah Rush final.
I
Not
think
not
no. I
not
think
confined.
I don't think so because I think Leo Rush is up against Brody King next, and I think Brody King's making the finals.
Mm.
I think Brody King. I think Brody King Lawler because they've been kind of doing the whole team dirty versus Lawler's little group of people. So I think
Yeah, true,
that's
true.
probably what they're gonna end up doing. And then I think it's hard to say who wins that though
But
because both of them have like obligations to different companies.
they
So
do,
it's
yeah.
like that's the problem. Like a lot of these guys are like
And Leah Rush is kind of on the whole free agent kind of vibe going
yeah.
on.
The only one who's like loyal to strong is Hikuleo, and
So
I don't
whoever
see
wins
Hikuleo
this
with.
doesn't really solve the problem of they need someone on their show.
Well, I mean, the thing is they can tape them,
All
which
the
I
time.
think is better, as opposed to like
They
where
can.
Moxley. I mean, that's something they probably they like they can only get Mox like one match, whereas like they can get this person
Yeah.
to like tape a bunch of matches, and then
Okay,
they
all
can
right.
just
We can tape like 5 matches with
yeah,
you.
you
It's
can
fine.
tape like 800 matches with this guy, set up a feud, and then just play it over a month.
Do it.
It's once a month basically. It's not like they need him for like 800 different like
Yeah.
times at all. It's just once a month, and that's they can do that with most of these guys. Like I mean, Hikuleo definitely, because he's like the one who's there all the time. But like Brody
Mhm,
King, he's only working ROH like once a month as well anyway for tapings. So he's going to
mhm.
ROH, comes back, does the news tapings, does the ROH tapings. Yeah, he can keep doing that, and then
With King and Lola, they're not really showing up too much elsewhere.
yeah, Lawler's kind of been he's in MLW, but he's not doing as much as he was. Plus, he's doing
Mhm.
like MMA fights and stuff outside of it. So I think he's got the
Oh yeah,
time.
he's got one coming up like very
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. So I think he's got the time, and I think he'll be all right. If they want to put the belt on him, he'll be fine.
Mhm.
It's not as big of an issue as I thought it was gonna be,
Now that
but
I'm thinking about it, Leo Rush is probably a bit of an outside pick.
he could. But I feel like the fact is, I think he is much more free agent than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Although if they want, he's the fact that he's a junior heavyweight kind of hurts my opinions of him winning. I don't see that because of the fact that like
But it's an open weight title. Oh.
but it took them how fucking long to put the open weight belt, the never title on a junior. Like
Kushida's still waiting.
Kishida's
Still waiting.
still waiting. we
He actually is still waiting.
he went from fucking one place where he was a junior
Mm.
heavyweight to now he's a cruiserweight. He got
Shall we
smaller.
shall we transition to
let's
the
talk.
Fed?
Let's talk about yeah. First of all, we can talk about Takeover Night 2 because when last time we were, you know, we
We were
predicted
midway,
yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe we were mostly right. It was a very boring night.
I
Honestly,
thought night one was solid.
night one for Takeover was good. Night two kind of was just very predictable.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, who's
Yeah.
gonna win? I think the only two matches that were like, oh, where there's tension, it was the cruiserweight title match and then the main event, which like I think everything else was
And
like,
then
yeah,
and then the cruiserweight one, even then, it's like you want to use in
yeah,
a bit of hot waters.
yeah. I'm probably gonna put it on. And,
Hey.
I mean, it didn't matter anyway. Whoever, because
No, it didn't matter.
no, oh man,
So anyway, on the pre-show, we had Killian Dane and Drake Maverick, everyone's new favorite tag team because they cheer them over everyone else.
yep.
Defeated Breezango for a future NXT Tag Team Championship shot.
Yeah, that happened on NXT this week.
Yeah.
MSK got booed over.
MSK got booed. The must-see kids.
The
I wonder
must-see-
why they get booed.
It's such a bad name. I don't.
I wonder why.
It's so terrible.
Wow, must-see kids.
It's terrible. Just a terrible name.
Like one of our lovely friends of the podcast, Miko, put this quite well, where MSK should be very easy to build as baby faces.
Yeah.
They should.
Just
But they just have zero character going.
they're not. Well, that's the thing. This isn't even like a Ricochet situation where he's just terrible at character. The
No, they
Rascals.
just haven't given them anything.
They haven't given them anything because when they were the
Yeah.
Rascals, they were great characters. Sure, they were just stoners, but
Mhm.
like they got Matt Riddle over, they got RVD
Yeah.
over. That's like half their
Mhm.
gimmick. Just you know. But now it's just like, oh, these are just kids. They're must see kids. And it's
They're,
like
they
what
must see,
they do the flippy doos.
Yeah.
you love them those flippy doos. I do
You,
love
oh boy, you love them flippy doos.
the flippy doos. You know how they didn't win the tag titles in Impact? They won them here, but they do the flippy doos.
Mm.
Yeah, and
And now immediately booed.
immediately booed because Dane and Maverick are wildly over with the fans right now.
They're so over because it's hilarious and it's
It's a
just great.
it's a great pairing. I think they could
Yeah.
win the tag belts down the line.
It it's giving them something to do and it's really good.
Yeah. I think Dane and Maverick are both like very underrated performers. People don't talk about them how good those two are
Incredibly.
enough. Like
Incredibly.
they are like Dane should everyone's like whenever they think of like Sanity, they're like, oh, Alexander Wolf, he's great, and then they think of like, oh, Eric Young, he's great, and then
Eric
they
Young.
and Killian Dane kind of gets pushed to the back, which really he shouldn't. He is for a big man. He's a great big man wrestler, but he's also like he can actually do really good character work, and it's
I
like
think it's because Dane's major sort of coming out moment was either his big debut at the Takeover where they had that 8-man intergender match,
was that his
or
debut?
the match
I
that
thought he
was like one of the main. That was one of the Mania takeovers, like early
Yeah,
on in
I don't think
Sanity.
he debuted there though. I think he just like he had his first match there.
Okay, he had like a big one there.
Yeah,
And then he had a contenders match with Drew, which was very good.
yeah.
However, Eric Young, always one of the best guys on the mic,
Mm.
really good. And then Alexander Wolf absolutely murdered himself in War Games.
Alexander Wolf is just a maniac. He's just
He's just a
insane.
complete crazy person.
You know who?
So
He's the real world class maniac, not Harry Young.
yeah, true. So even though Dane is great, the others had more
and then Cross obviously.
shone brighter in certain moments that
Yeah.
had got.
He really should get more, hopefully soonish. Even if it's just
We hope.
like I really want them to make the NA title the big boy belt. They have so many big boys, and just
The Hoss meat
like
belt.
if you want Gargano to be champion, chuck him in the cruiserweight division. I would like shit.
You could perfectly. It's slight spoilers for when we cover it. He could challenge Kushida
He could.
again.
Well, he's gonna
Like
lose.
that. Their match was good.
He's gonna lose the belt, but he could. But he's gonna lose his
Hmm.
other belt first. Because God, I hate the NA title is like it's my
It's
least.
very cursed, isn't it?
It's my least favorite part of NXT right now because I hate that Gargano has it. It's just
Uh-huh.
it's not even that it's Gargano.
And
It's just the run's been kind
not
of
that's not because he's being a good heel about it.
no. It's just a
You just
boring
don't
run.
like him.
It's a boring run as well. It's not like
Mhm.
nothing's happened. I'm just waiting for Loomis to face him because when Loomis does, then
Oh.
he's gonna beat Gargano. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like
And Indy Hartwell's gonna cheer it when Johnny
Yeah.
Gargano loses.
I can't wait for that. Honestly, just
Fantastic.
not yeah. Other Ember and Shotzi retain tag that yeah okay.
They weren't going to do a title change after they already did the stupid
Yeah.
title change.
The very stupid title change. Gargano beat Bronson. No surprise there. Very sad
Yeah.
for Bronson. He's so
Big sad.
great. They have so many great
The
big
wide-
men. Like
Wide beef did not prevail on this day.
yeah, NXT has like a lot of really good big guys who could be great for just like if you make the NA title the big boy title and let the low
Yes.
everyone's like, oh well, then what do you do with the other guys who aren't as big? Just put them in the cruiserweight division.
Either have cruiserweight or they can go for tag or
Tag. You got
they
like
can go for the NXT belt.
the NXT belt itself. you
know?
got a lot of options.
You got that.
Yeah, because like I think
L-
making it Atlas style, not like obviously officially it's like okay only 205 and above. No, just like let bigger people and have like
it just tends to be where the big meaty men slap meat,
yeah
as Big E would say.
yes big meaty men slapping meat.
Yes,
Oh lordy.
that'd be fun.
Yeah. What were you saying?
We also had the ladder match for the undisputed Cruiserweight
Yes,
Championship,
it's now yeah.
where
This
which
meant nothing.
Currently, neither of them hold it.
No.
But in this, Santos Escobar became the undisputed champion.
It meant yeah. That was so.
Against Jordan Devlin.
I don't get why they did that. Like, I feel like if you had waited for like the next takeover, fine. But like, they literally did it like a few days after they unified it, and it was just really dumb. I don't get it. It doesn't.
Bit odd.
Yeah.
I think it's because Santos Escobar, he's had a good run, but the whole them not stripping Devlin of the belt has just been kind of in the way.
Yeah.
A lot of it, it's been like a really, just because the allegations around Devlin
Yeah.
have been a bit,
Not great.
but
Yeah.
scary biscuit.
Mm.
So that's been overshadowing him. So now he finally beats him as he should.
Yeah.
And I love Kushida, but he lost to Kushida about 2 days
Yeah.
later.
He lost to Kushida.
Uh,
It's just the memingness of Kushida going away from New Japan because he doesn't want to. He doesn't
he
want to be
doesn't
a
want to be. He doesn't want to be in the box of junior heavyweight person.
to go to WWE, and the first title he wins is the Cruiserweight
First title.
Championship. After I think
Cruiserweight
like
championship.
after 3 years with the company or 2 years with the company, he's been there
It's
for
not
fucking.
3.
It's 2, I think, but
He left in
yeah, it's
29.
2 years. It's oh my goodness, 2 years. 2 years.
And then it gets even worse when you remember his great match with Walter wasn't even for the UK belt.
Nope. 2
Nope.
years. 2 years.
Mm.
2 years.
Mm.
Other than that, Karen Cross won the NXT title back. I think everyone saw that coming.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Balor's boring reign is over.
Balor's boring ass reign is over. I don't know what they're gonna do with Cross.
We waited 9 months for that.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Cross. I hope they have some cool stuff for it, but
Just beat everyone. You know.
yeah, run through everyone. I don't know who's gonna beat him. I've heard a lot of people think O'Reilly's gonna do it. I don't know about that.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see that either.
I
I
love
think
it.
they're making their, and then we'll talk about O'Reilly Cole in a minute, but yeah, in terms of like people who could beat him, like
Pete Dunne.
yeah, but he's a heel. They're both heels.
I know.
And then like
It's
fucking,
weird, isn't it?
yeah, fucking
Dexter Loomis.
Dexter Loomis. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's the most over babyface.
Most over babyface. Fucking, you know who I can actually do it? Kona Reeves. No. Leon Ruff.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah.
He gets that roll up win, loses it
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah. Then we have Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole.
They
Kyle
went
won.
40 minutes.
Yeah. They're definitely gonna do the thing where it's like, this is the new Ciampa Gargano.
Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see this on the following takeover and then the takeover after that one?
I think we are. I think they're gonna do the thing where it's like, oh, well,
Ah!
you didn't really beat me, Kyle. It was unsanctioned. It doesn't count. And then yeah, but
That's the thing that absolutely killed the Gargano Cole feud. Just having it 3 consecutive takeovers for about 5 months.
I meant Gargano Ciampa where they do like the unsanctioned and then the street fight and then for the belt. I don't know for which belt, but they could do it for a belt.
Cruiserweight.
Cruiser.
Cruiserweight.
Sure.
They're not going to do it for a belt. It's going to be like the Aleister Black thing, where they keep having the main event over Cross, and Cross's
Yeah.
reign is kind of because of it.
Yeah, when it really shouldn't be because Cross is great and he's just
I
amazing.
mean, the NXT belt already feels kind of weird.
All right, that's enough NXT. WrestleMania.
That's that.
Whoa. We'll get copy striked.
We will. Yeah. Can't have that.
This was interesting.
Okay.
It's good. Night 1 was good. I enjoyed night 1.
So, specifically night 1 in isolation.
Very good.
Looking at it on paper, it had no right to be anywhere near as fun as it was.
Oh, it was great. It was brilliant.
Barring one match, was fantastic.
Barring the weird gauntlet thing that probably
Tag team turmoil, whatever.
that probably should have been on the SmackDown before Mania.
We'll
or
talk
something.
about this now. Get the bad one over with.
Yeah.
Natalya and Tamina won
Yep.
after Ruby Riott got absolutely Booker T'd.
Yeah.
She was there. Natty was there, ready to do the sharpshooter for about an Ice Age, and then just said, "Hey, Tamina, go do the splash." And it's like, okay, all right, Ruby will like counter or something, get out the way. Nope, she just takes the splash, and there you go.
Yeah. That's.
Big sad.
Yep. And the surprise entrance of Billie Kay and Carmella. I don't think anyone cared.
Nope.
I love Billie Kay. I like Carmella. Who cares?
This was not a pay-per-view match.
This should have been on like the SmackDown before Mania or something.
What,
like...
WrestleMania SmackDown?
Oh, okay, we'll get into that later, but yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. Other than that, we
But yeah.
had Lashley go over Drew clean.
Well, I do believe the first match of the show was Weather Delay,
Yes. Weather delay.
where we had some of the best promos that
Yeah.
we've seen in years because the absolute chaos of unscriptedness.
I remember Epic said as a joke of, "Oh, why did Byron Saxton disappear?" They said, "Well, his suit was white, so his nipples would have been too powerful for the audience, and the
Of
audience,
course, of course.
and then Mania would have just been over."
We
It's-
got some fantastic pictures of Samoa Joe in a poncho.
yes,
Just,
there were
just
some
glorious,
great
glorious, glorious
images.
stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
So after about 40 minutes of that, and constantly rushing around to find anyone who can do unscripted promos to fill the time,
Yeah.
we open the show with the WWE Championship. Very
Yeah.
strange.
Well, it's technically not. It's like it's.
It's understand. I understand why they did, but just looking at it, it's like
I
that's a bit odd.
I think I'm okay with that. Openers are like for WWE openers. I think that's the difference. I think as pure fans, we
Yeah,
kind of forget that
it's
opening.
either you end the show or you open the show,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like it's a good way to get at the crowd hot. Like get them
True,
like
true.
WWE Championship.
The match was decent.
It's all
The
right.
match was decent.
It's
Very
all right.
good.
Yeah. Lashley
I
going
do
over
think
clean
I
was.
clean with the master lock.
I can't. It's called the Heart Lock, isn't it? Or like.
I'm calling it the master lock.
Okay.
But you got to shout out Chris Masters.
Chris Masters, Lashley, after breaking the Master Lock all those years ago.
Yeah.
Now he's taking.
He's now adopted it.
It's his own move.
Get the win at Mania.
I don't
I
like.
did suspect.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you go
yeah, no,
ahead.
no, no. You go ahead.
You-
No, you go.
Okay. I did suspect that Lashley and Drew were trying not to slip over on the water.
It's very possible.
Look.
It's,
There was a couple spots where it's
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
make sure you don't fall over and kill yourself.
what I don't like is the fact that they are redoing this match for the main event of Backlash. They've already announced this.
Well, redoing it for open quote WrestleMania Backlash close quote.
Such a dumb name for a pay per view, but I don't
About
like.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, WrestleMania
WrestleMania
Backlash. Why are they fucking calling it that? That's so dumb.
It's we're getting the backlash.
The
WrestleMania.
backlash well, yeah, but it's
It's
kind
not
of
it's not the
implied.
aftermath. It's not the aftermath. It's the backlash, as in the bad comments after.
Okay.
That's what this is.
All right.
Sloppy seconds.
Let's talk about the best match of the night. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. This was great.
This was a Joshi match.
This was a Joshi match, and it was great.
There was no rest spots
No.
whatsoever. It was just move, 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 do it, be cool, swing, yes. And Cesaro won.
Cesaro won his first singles match at WrestleMania.
He
and
absolutely
he won.
did it.
He won. Hopefully, this
Absolute king.
means they're gonna make him like the number one contender and start pushing him finally, because it
Oh,
honestly seems like that might be what they're doing. If they might be
Please.
finally pushing him. Are they
he
finally
was
gonna
over,
push
he
him?
was babyface. It was great.
Give him the Intercontinental title. It's okay. Just
Oh my! So, the title he should have won in 2016.
yep. Oh,
yeah.
Biggie's they want to build Biggie up to be the one to beat Roman. Give Cesaro the Intercontinental title. Just let him do it. Just let him
That
go.
would be quite good.
Let him go brazy. Let him have Joshi matches. Let him do his
There
thing.
was so many great spots and transitions. There was like particular like power bomb reversal flips into neutralizers and all that gaff. It was fantastic.
And while I love gushing over Cesaro, gotta give credit to Seth. I'm not the biggest fan of his Twitter takes.
Seth was rah.
He went out.
Okay,
though. He,
Twitter game aside, Seth really was amazing.
yeah, he's on it. Him waiting for the baby has really just made him hungry just to go
Yeah.
out and just go crazy. It was good. It was a very good match.
Fantastic.
Very enjoyable. Up next.
No, you said that was the best match on the night.
Okay, this was the best match of the night for different reasons.
In terms of like pure for the work rate marks, Cesaro Seth.
Yeah.
But
For what this was as a spectacle.
for the Raw Tag Team Championships, AJ Styles and our new Overlord
Almost.
Omos defeated Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with a choke bomb and a pin with the foot.
With the foot. He pinned a
the
WWE,
foot.
a former WWE champion with one foot. This man is
With one
goated.
foot after taking no bumps and no selling everything.
He's goated. You can't deny him.
Omos might be the chosen one.
He's the next. He's the next big thing. Literally.
He's the next everything.
Literally.
Everything. He's not just the next big thing, the next everything.
He's the next everything. This is his first championship in wrestling ever. But I think that there's more. I'll get back to what.
This is the start. This is it.
This is the beginning. But I
This
think
is
I
the
know
beginning of an
the
era.
the perfect rival for Omos, and I'll get to
Oh
that
yes.
when we talk about night
Oh,
2.
you got me intrigued now. But almost,
It's
it's got
alright.
the gold.
He got the gold.
I will shout out AJ for that great, phenomenal forearm off almost his shoulders.
Yep. Also, AJ now Grand Slam champion. He's held
Yes, he's now
IC,
won every.
US, Tag, and World. So good for
Fantastic.
AJ. Look, he's
Very good
been
for
here for
AJ.
5 years and he's already got a Grand Slam.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they pretty much strapped the rocket.
Yeah.
They've AJ had this great trajectory of falling upwards.
Yeah. He just.
Where it's like, okay, feud with Jericho, lose at Mania, but then start feuding for the title, lose to Roman, but get him over. Then start feuding with Cena, beat Cena at SummerSlam, win the belt.
Yeah. It's just
Great.
great.
And now we're here.
Now we're
But
here.
enough of Styles. Almost.
Almost. Goated man. He
It's
really
all,
he looked
about
great.
almost now.
They played to his strengths really well. He didn't need to do much, and
That's what he did though. Oh,
that's the thing. He's great. He just comes in, kills somebody, wins.
I know we're big on the work rate and the
That
matches
okay.
being great, but almost was the best thing
Look,
ever.
I don't mind a big man who doesn't do a lot in WWE because that's kind of the point. You don't need him to do a lot. Just as long as
he's the greatest.
if you position him and portray him the right way and make him consistently look good, and so that when he loses it means something. It's great.
Yeah, almost isn't losing, so.
Oh no, he won't. But
No.
AJ's getting. I don't know. They could lose the titles
He
at
is-
Backlash by
He is
AJ getting
too
pinned.
powerful.
Too
No.
strong.
Almost too powerful.
Yeah. Next up, Braun
Anyway,
Strowman.
onto the lesser big man.
Braun Strowman beat Shane McMahon in a cage match. There was one good spot in this match, and that was when they ripped the fucking cage off, and then Braun just killed Shane. I
Braun took him up to the top, and then it's like, "Hey, you're taking a flip bump off this." He's like, "Am I?" Yes, you are.
Yeah. They threw him off the cage, and they also ripped the cage wall off, pulled him up, just murdered him, and then
This also featured a run-in from Elias and Jackson Riker.
don't care. Don't care. They don't exist. Those aren't real people.
Oh no! Anyway,
Anyway, moving on. Bad Bunny.
now, I know. We've had two instances of best match ever.
Oh, we got a third one.
Just on this night alone. But
Third one.
tell me a past scenario where, in a celebrity match, I know Stephen Amell is up there in terms of.
No, okay, no.
strong
Steven, Bad
celebrity.
Bunny.
But
No.
But-
he's great.
you know how they usually give them a tag match where it's like, okay, their tag partner can like help them carry through and like get them to the
Yeah.
spots. There has never ever, in the history of everything, where a celebrity guest has just done the entire match,
Oh, it was great. Dude,
and they were great.
this is the best celebrity match ever. Like,
He did a La Magistral, lefty,
dude, he did a Canadian Destroyer. This
on
man-
the outside.
on the outside.
This
Bad
man
Bunny.
gives no fucks.
He's great. This is probably the best. Like, I wasn't a fan of the build. The build to this match was god awful.
No, the
But-
build for Mania.
Bad Bunny. They let him go out there, and they just let him go brazy, and it worked.
Damian Priest, where was he? Doesn't matter.
This
Bad
is
Bunny won the
Bad Bunny.
handicap match, as far as I'm concerned.
Bad Bunny won the handicap match. Miz and Morrison
Yes.
in the mud.
Miz was WWE champion 2 months ago.
Doesn't matter. Nothing
And now
matters.
he's getting beaten by the new Pog champ.
Pogchamp, Bad Bunny, best wrestler,
Canadian
best
Destroyer
wrestler,
gets the win.
best
Hell
boy,
yes.
big thick boy, big strong boy.
Wonderful. It helps that he's an actual fan.
Yeah, it's great. It's nice that
you can
he's
tell that you can tell that he was like proper. I'm gonna take this serious. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it.
yeah, it was good.
As it turns out from reports afterwards, the people helping him train and stuff was Adam Pearce and Drew Gulak, which makes a
Yeah,
lot of sense. Now.
makes a lot of sense.
So, oh, that's why you're so good.
Get
okay.
two of the best former independent wrestlers in the world, and you know what?
Uh-huh.
Big Bang Boom. You get
You know
Bad
what?
Bunny.
Results.
Big Bang Bunny and go. Yeah, it was fun. Miz and
Very
Morrison's
good.
entrance was dumb as hell.
They had a bunch of bunnies.
Oh yeah,
Get
remember
They
Bad
had
Bunny?
bunnies.
When,
So bad.
do you remember Bad Bunny's entrance where he was just on a truck? It just
It was just Optimus Prime.
he had like a scooter handle on the top of a
Just
truck.
Yeah.
He was just going. Yeah.
Great.
All right, we're about to go to a fourth match, fourth best match of the night, because
Fourth best match of the night because night one was just so good.
yeah, Bianca Belair versus
Just
Sasha
so good.
Banks, SmackDown Women's Championship,
Okay,
second favorite
I
match
will.
of the
I
night.
will. I will preface. Judging by the build and the history that these two have, mainly in with Bianca being quite green compared to most others on the
Yeah,
roster, there was no indication that this match would be so good.
yeah,
But oh my goodness, it was good,
it was
and
great.
the build was quite bad.
This is the real women's match at main event in Mania. There's never been
Yeah,
another one because the other one was terrible.
nope, nope.
This was
This
brilliant.
one was great.
This
This was
is
great.
amazing.
We had full on NXT bad bitch Sasha Banks.
Yeah, dude, the fucking and Bianca, fucking, they played. She played to her strengths really well, and
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
was great. Not just by main roster standards, it was just a great women's
Just
match.
by wrestling standards,
Yeah,
just everything.
it's brilliant.
Great.
Like these two are just.
Sasha bumped around like a mad person.
It's great that they know what they're doing, and that these two are people who they clearly have plans for, and clearly who
Oh
they
yeah.
want to be big deals. Is great. It's brilliant.
There
It's
was two
awesome.
particular spots that are very vivid. One being the bank statement with Bianca's hair wrapped around the arm.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was
That
really cool.
was fantastic. And then also the probably the loudest hair whip in Bianca's wrestling history.
Dude, there was a mark on Sasha's like
There was
torso.
a huge gash around like from a torso right up to like near the chest.
Yeah, that was brutal as
It
hell.
was huge.
And she won with her finisher, which I can't remember the name of. It's the KOD.
KOD.
Big old DDT mark, Bianca
What
Belair.
massive DDT arc.
Yeah. No, it was great. If you, like
The rocket has officially been strapped.
like yeah, it was incredible. That was probably the best WWE Women's match I've seen in a while. Probably the best Sasha Banks match I've seen in a while. I'm glad that she's a
Oh
heel
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Because I don't like her as a babyface. She sucks as a babyface. Just be evil.
She worked as a babyface against Bailey because Bailey was such a good heel.
Oh, Bailey on Mania, man. Just, oh my goodness.
Okay, so for someone to not have a match at Mania but to be so over,
Bailey on Mania was so weird. It was a fever dream. Like both
that's just what
nights.
her segments have been. This like
I'm
since the
annoyed
Rumble.
that it led up to her getting beaten up by the Bellas. Because that was dumb.
She didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that.
She didn't deserve that. She was actually doing really well.
The Bellas got booed for it.
Titus
Rightly
did.
so.
I don't.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
Titus O'Neil didn't need to be involved in that segment. He didn't deserve that. Poor
No, he
Titus
didn't deserve
O'Neil.
it either.
Hulk
Oh,
Hogan
dear.
deserved it. Titus O'Neil, poor man. Poor Titus O'Neil.
Wrestle-
Like
WrestleMania Hope.
he had to be like, oh, I have to get this over, and he was there, and it was just, oh,
I have to try to get this over.
yeah. That was one of the many things in night two I did not like.
Anyway, moving on to night two.
Oh, the opener. This was stupid.
So the reinvigorated feud between known house arsonist Randy Orton and everyone's favorite boogeyman of the swamp who never wins
The Fiend lost to Randy Orton clean.
in under 6 minutes.
Why? What are you doing
Uh,
here? What was the
well,
point of this? If Orton was
snake in
challenging,
it.
like if Orton was gonna be like in the WWE title match after Mania, I get it, but he's not. So they just did this for what?
It's neck.
It's so bad. It was
Neck
such a.
and Alexa Bliss, she's Sister Abigail now. Whoa.
Oh, she's covered in black goo. Oh,
Whoa.
she got
Oh my God, the
splooged on.
So the feed got burned and Alexa got splooged on.
Yeah, terrible.
And then Randy still wins.
Yeah. Next up, women's tag match. This wasn't.
Yeah.
It was bad. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know.
It went longer than it probably should have.
Yeah, it was long as fuck. I don't know why it was 14 minutes. This is the second
That was the
longest match.
second longest match of the show.
Why?
What is this?
Like
Very strange.
very yeah. Next, this match just
Next.
okay. This was a good match, but it was ruined by the cameramen consistently panning to Logan Paul after every big spot.
So I know that I absolutely understand why some fans would be a bit tired of seeing another Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. However, it's Sami Zayn and Kevin. You
Tell me that.
can try again. Kevin
Ke-
Owens and Sami Zayn match.
yeah,
Therefore, it's going to be great.
it was great, but they kept panning to Logan Paul during it. Like
There was a massive caveat on that great match, and that was
a fucking idiotic YouTuber. This was like I hated this so much because of that. Because it was
where we had the greatest celebrity bit night one, and then we had an awful one night two.
yeah. Well, I mean, it ended with
Night and day.
like the fans booed Logan Paul immediately. They knew that
Yeah.
like he was not over. And then like they had to have Kevin Owens stun him at the end just to try and save face, and it just wasn't worth it.
No.
It just wasn't worth it. Bad. Yeah, I did not like it. I like the match.
With Sammy and Kevin and their eternal feud, they deserved way better than that.
Like a Logan and Paul tie-in, really? Like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Oh my god. Yeah. Sheamus.
Kevin Owens win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheamus Riddle. This was good. Don't have any problems with it. It was good.
So FD, I've got a little questionnaire for you.
Mm.
Are you a recent call up from NXT? As in recent, as in the last 2 years?
Yes.
Are you someone who the internet wrestling community has even a modicum of hype about you?
If you're talking about Matt Riddle, no, we all hate him. But yeah, sure.
Would you like to hold the US title for 1 month?
No. Because
Well, it would anyway.
you gonna do it anyway.
You'd do it anyway.
Yeah, this was weird.
I mean, Sheamus wins a belt, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but I mean, Riddle losing is good. It's just the whole thing doesn't make sense. I am glad Sheamus won and that they took the belts off Riddle because fuck Matt Riddle, man. He's a
Yeah.
no, don't like him.
There was a cool bit with the moonsault and the
The
broke
finish, yeah, the finish was good.
That's about it.
The Sheamus did a bicycle knee. That was pretty cool. Like he did like a flip like they did like the buckshot thing where like he does it, but then he eats a V trigger. Basically, was what they did.
Sheamus is 43 and he's still going really well.
Yeah, he's really good for 43 and having no neck.
Fantastic. Zero neck.
Zero neck. 3-time
This
US
was a
champion.
match. So unlike night one, where we have a lot of excitement and in retailing how good the matches are, night two is a lot of matches that are there.
Yeah.
As in they're not bad.
Yeah.
Or they're either bad, or if they're not bad, they're just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Moving
time
on.
is taken up.
I see.
Moving on to the other one. Oh boy.
Oh, bro, you know how I was talking about almost his perfect opponent? We got Commander Aziz.
Commander Aziz.
Okay, we don't know we don't know if that's his name yet. We don't know.
Well, all that training in Raw Underground has been preparing him for this moment.
Dabba-Kato.
Yeah.
Big boy. Him and Omos. They're going to feud forever. Feud of the century.
Oh, large man.
It'll be great. No, Apollo winning IC is cool. It got
finally won it after took about 5 shots.
Yeah. They gave him 6 minutes. It was just that this was it wasn't bad. It was just nothing.
Which is there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like it was
Kind
very
of sad.
Yeah, not much happened with it.
Doesn't help that the stipulation, just the name of it, sounds ridiculous.
But they didn't even factor into the match outcome because they didn't use
the Nigerian drum fight. It's just,
they didn't use the drums. They were there at ringside, but they didn't use them.
Just Commander Aziz, that's all you need.
Yeah, Commander Aziz, he's the real Nigerian drum.
Yes. If that becomes his nickname.
The Nigerian drum, Commander Aziz.
Commander Aziz.
To be fair, we don't know if his name's actually Commander Aziz. It could be like.
Well, this is the headcanon, isn't it?
Yeah, it could just be. He could just still be Dabba-Kato.
Dabba-Kato.
Yeah, it was fine.
Apollo with the belt's cool.
Yeah.
He's good.
Moving on. Match that I was severely disappointed by. Rhea Ripley Asuka.
Yeah.
What happened? I don't remember anything that happened in this match.
It just didn't. Nothing clicked, did it?
No, it was just there.
Never really got going either.
No, it was there. Like what? What happened? What's going on here? I
Okay, so as great as Rhea Ripley is as a character, and great look, amazing star power, all that.
yeah
In ring, she's fine,
yeah. We just
and with
gotta
the right opponent, she could be really good.
yeah. Asuka apparently is not that.
Somehow,
Asuka, who is incredible and actually has really good
mm,
matches a lot of the time,
yeah,
but that
it just didn't work.
didn't work. It was very meh.
Quite a long match as well compared to everything else on Mania.
13 minutes, third longest match on the card. Um, but like when you go from like last night's women's title match to that, it's very
It's yeah.
disappointing.
Mm.
Like, yeah, that's not great.
Anyway, Rhea's the new champion, which is
Yeah,
cool, but you know,
yeah, good for all the Rhea fans.
yeah.
I'm not one of them, but if
Uh,
you like Rhea, you're gonna be happy. Yeah.
it's
Um,
cool that she's champion. Just a shame that the match was a bit of a dud.
yeah. Uh, yeah. Main event. Great.
However, speaking of matches that are not duds,
This is great. Main event.
wow,
Roman Reigns,
wow,
Edge, D-Bry. This is awesome.
yes.
The fans
The
were,
build was atrocious, but
yeah, they piped in chants sometimes. Uh,
yeah.
wasn't a big fan of that. But other than
Wasn't it?
that,
Was it
other,
piping in boos for Roman when he was getting cheered?
yeah, I think so. They definitely felt it felt like that was what they did. Where
Something like that.
yeah. Apparently,
Where
for people,
they were
according to
piping.
people in the stadium, they said, "Oh no, actually, we were booing him." It's like, there's no fucking way you were. It sounded so dubbed over, like,
It sounded dubbed over on the entrance, but then when they do the announcements of like,
yeah,
oh, Universal Champion, was that he was getting cheered?
yeah. I definitely think they dubbed the entrances at least because Edge got a massive
Yeah.
pop, and
Huge pop.
everyone was kind of lukewarm to Bryan the entire time. So I think that was just the
Well,
actual.
Brian's the weird instigator third wheel, so
Yeah,
it's
it was
gonna
a
be like
great
that.
match though. It was really fun.
Yes,
There was,
yes,
dude, the double crossface with the omoplata. That was fucking
dub,
sick. It was
great
just
stuff.
yeah. Roman literally murdering both of them and pinning both of them at the same time to
Beating
retain.
both of them.
Even though technically that means Edge won because of the way he pinned him. So
The ultimate WCW dusty finish that would be.
it was like, well, the thing is, he stacked Edge in a way, so where Bryan was on his back, but he put Edge on
Yeah,
top of him like he was
but
pinning
Edge was
him.
on top of him.
But Roman went on top of him, so technically that means he won, but
That
at the
would
same
be
time it means Edge won.
that would be the most big brain Galaxy title change if Edge somehow won that.
It really seemed like they were gonna do that, like where Roman does it, and it's just like, I'm like, wait a second.
Oh my God! Edge wins the belt, double turn. Roman Reigns becomes a face. Oh,
Roman,
Edge with a low blow like Nakamura.
yeah, yeah, that was it was a very weird thing.
Glad that didn't happen.
I'm glad they definitely just said, okay, Roman won. All right, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Roman Reigns. Run with it. Neither of them will be challenging next, which is good.
Yeah, Roman will be. Neither of them will be, hopefully, because I hope that's what they do. They don't go with the whole, oh, well, Edge, actually, I should have won that. It's like, nah, fuck
I should have
that.
won that.
Yeah. But hopefully, no. Hopefully they give Cesaro the shot, because I think that would make
It makes sense.
He won
Yeah.
a match. At least, like, I think they'll probably do Big E versus Apollo again in, like, a cage match. So,
Oh God.
well, they gotta keep Commander Aziz at bay. He's too strong.
Of course, yeah, sure.
So you gotta get Apollo to retain through cage match, and yeah, or something. No, no, no.
The website.
Yeah, the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roman Reigns, he's great, goated.
In the end, right decision. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was there. I think if either of the other two had won, I think I just would have gone, okay, that's stupid.
They'll hold it for like 2 months and then that's
Yeah,
about it.
because I think with Roman, they're definitely holding out for that Rock match next year at Mania, where they want him to be like, where they want that to
They're
happen.
holding out for when they can fully load up a stadium for that.
When they can get Dwayne the Rock Jersey in there and get him in there, and you get Robin,
The
Rook, Farouk.
Farouk.
Farouk's gonna
No,
come out.
Commander Aziz.
Commander Aziz.
Oh.
Wah! Yeah. It was.
So anyway, WrestleMania, a night of ups and downs, 2 shows, one great, one not so great.
It was overall not a bad Mania. You know,
I think evens out to be quite a good one.
it's good. Um, It was
If
not
you take it in
bad.
isolation, just watch night one. Because if you watch
If
night
you're
one, it'll be the
watching,
greatest
yeah,
greatest event ever.
if you're watching one of the two nights, watch night one.
Yeah.
Watch night one. Fast forward through the gauntlet. There you go.
Literally just watch night one and then Roman Edge, Brian.
Yeah, the rest of
Well,
night two, none of it's really worth it.
you don't
Like,
need to.
I guess Sheamus Riddle, but then you have to watch a Matt Riddle match, and it's
Eh.
just he has like when I was watching the Matt Riddle match, I'm like, he doesn't really have a style. It's like it's
It's
everything.
like pseudo MMA sort of thing.
Yeah, but he's also
Maybe
doing
ish.
backflips and shit.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
what is this?
Did you hear that his botch with Asuka was just an actual botch?
Yes, I did, and I was.
He just botched it and then just walked off.
But it made so much sense for that to just be his character. It's like it's so dumb.
I think I would have loved it more if that was scripted.
Yeah,
If they thought about that to be a spot.
Yeah, but it's
But
so.
I think it's so in character for him to actually forget.
It just makes sense for his character to just be like, oh yeah, I don't know what's going on. They did a segment as well where it was Riddle on his scooter and it was RVD, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? This is not a good idea.
Oh, he smokes weed.
Ooh, they both smoke weed. Oh, I can
Oh.
translate for the great Kali. Riddle is like, what the fuck?
This is what a Punjabi prison match with Jinder Mahal.
Were they all high when they wrote this? Is that what they
Jesus.
did? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. That was,
That was
yeah,
just take the main event night 2, smack it on night 1, and done.
yeah. It was great. That's all you need to watch. The rest of it's not worth it.
That's all you need.
I mean, if you want to see Logan Paul get stuttered, I guess you can watch that too.
Yeah, but then you'll facilitate Logan Paul. Aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that was WrestleMania.
That was WrestleMania.
All right, we got some DDT to talk about now.
Back to Puro Land.
Back to the things that you came to see.
We had DDT April Fool 2021.
This was fun.
It was not on April 1st.
No, it was on April 11th. So,
Yes. Double one.
Doesn't, yeah,
Yeah.
it was, the few things, let's talk about the early stuff. Toy Kojima and Hideki Okatani had a singles match. Yeah, whatever. Young Lion stuff. That's what it is. And then Yusuke Okada faced the debuting young boy Yuya Takashika, which is apparently his name. I didn't watch that. Yeah.
That was decent.
Yeah. They're
Don't
giving
lie about
Yusuke a lot of like stuff to do. Then we had the old champion team, or the old belt holders team rather, of Chris Brooks, Saki Akai, Yuki Onaya, and Yuki Ino. Yuki Ino with his leather belt.
Leather belt, the most prestigious.
As they took on Makoto
He held that belt with pride.
Yes, and as they took on Makoto Ishii, Akito, Kazuki Hirata, and then Keigo Nakamura, who is, I think that kind of showed us who was going to win that. Because when you see Keigo and you're just like, okay, they're losing.
Like, oh yeah.
I love Keigo, but he is the side of you are going to lose if he's on your team. Like, yeah. This was alright. Saki got the pin.
This was more so about the post-match angle.
Yes. Saki Kai challenged Chris Brooks to an Extreme title match, but that has now been made a double title match for the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship as well.
Title for title. We will have a double champion.
Title for title in a regular match. No stipulation. Just a singles
the
match.
that Chris chose was normal singles match.
Normal singles match. And
Which is very interesting.
Yep. I am thinking Brooks is going to win that because
I would think so, yes, but I'm not.
I think
with it.
they can flip. Well, the thing is though, with the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship, Brooks can win the match. Saki can just roll him up after and then win the title back.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't matter. Because
that would be very funny.
It's just like Brooks is a double champion. 1, 2, 3.
That would be a great spot.
And then Saki just runs away.
Also, if anyone has the time, I would very much recommend go seek out the translations for their press conference promos.
Yeah, I haven't
Brooks
read those yet.
had
So.
some very good stuff. Very good stuff.
Okay. But yeah, that's going to be on May 4th in Corkin. They've kind of put that, which has 2 title matches again. They have the May 4th in Corkin, and then they have this double title match, and then they have the DDT Universal title match, which is Ueno versus Soma Takao. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Summer Cow pinned Yuki Ueno on April Fool.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later. We had Gorgeous Matsumoto's 60th birthday commemorative match, um, where I think Edno pinned him like immediately and won the match for his team or something. I don't
I
know.
think so. And then I think the match got restarted.
Yeah, they got restarted. Uh, yeah, and then they won.
Those shenanigans.
Yep.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, they did. They restarted and then they won. They also announced at May 9th in Korakuen Hall, Naomi Yoshimura, who's been out of action since losing the tag titles at since Ultimate Party, uh, and he'll be making his return after a spinal injury. He has, I think, gone back to black hair. His orange hair is gone
Yeah,
now.
he
It
has.
looks like.
Yep.
He's back though. And the
Great
first
to
match
see him
they've
back.
announced for him to come back to is he will be teaming with Harashima to take on Mao and Yuki Ueno, which
He'll be going against his former tag partner,
yes, against former tag team
which
partner.
I do believe he asked for that.
Yes, he did.
He requested that specifically.
That makes me think Soma's not gonna win the title at
Potentially.
on May
Oh,
5th.
so you think Yoshimura could challenge Ueno
I think they're gonna
after?
do that. Yeah, I think that makes
Ooh,
sense to have go.
cheeky.
And I think that there's Yoshimura went away on injury before that at Ultimate Party, Ueno announced that he was leaving Disaster Box, and I think
Yeah.
that is gonna play into the Universal Title match that they're gonna have. So I think that could be what they go for, and I think that would make sense. And I think
There's some
that
good intrigue there.
yeah, I think
I
that
like
would be
it.
something interesting there that they could do.
Yeah.
And then Yoshimura could win the title. It's not impossible.
Potentially. Depends how hard they want to push him on return.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Next up, speaking of Yuki Ueno, we had him getting pinned here by Soma as Sona Kamina, the 37 Sona Kamina, whatever the fuck it's called. Uh, took on Damnation. Damnation won. Soma, basically, he beat Ueno. He had Ueno beat, and then he just
Someone
decided
beat the
no,
piss out of him and then just beat one.
and then just won. It's just like he's like, I'm taking
It's
that.
very decisive victory for Damnation.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna I don't. It seems like very much like the likelihood of Soma winning is kind of down now, because yeah,
It's when the first match was announced, we were thinking, "Oh God, Ueno could very much lose this belt
yeah,
because they want to push Soma to get out quite a lot."
mm,
But now with how strong Damnation have looked in the build,
yeah,
and with this Yoshimura coming back and that being the whole intrigue, I can't. It's harder to see.
yeah. It's definitely different. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Soma could still win, and they could just do a
Oh
singles
yeah,
match between Yoshimura and
yeah.
Ueno if they want to, but I think it's definitely less likely. Plus, Soma still does have
I think it is now more likely that Ueno retains.
yeah, and Soma still has the 6-man belts. He'll be fine.
True.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Next up, first championship match.
Oh boy.
Eruption taking on Pasari Strong. Smile Pasari, sorry, not Pasari.
Smile Pisari
Smile Pasari. Um,
of Harashima and Yuji Okabayashi.
really good match. The result took
I
me by
am
surprise.
sorry, FT.
I'm not happy.
No.
Eruption
We
lost.
have new KOD tag team champions.
Yeah. I don't
Harashima's
get it.
ninth, I think. Ninth?
Yeah, ninth. It's his ninth
Oh boy.
reign as tag champs.
This was surprising. This was
Yeah, it was a very good match.
yes.
I don't get the result. It doesn't make any sense to me as to why they did this because one, they've already booked Harashima to work Super Saitama.
Or something else. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to do the tag tournament winners would challenge at Super Saitama, but they're not doing that now.
Apparently not.
So I'm even more confusion.
And now it's probably just Eruption win the tag
Yeah,
league and then
yeah.
get a rematch.
Then a rematch, probably on the road too, and then they win.
Yeah, and it's even weirder because Smile Pasari already have challengers, even though
Yeah,
their challengers that are challenging them now are in the tag league as well.
yeah. It's very strange.
It's all very a bit weird.
Yeah.
But it was a good Harashima good.
It also raises more questions as to why Akayama's in the tag league in the first place.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah,
thought they
it
were gonna
does.
have like somebody pin him to set up like a major challenge or something, but
You
like
think?
no, I guess not. I guess they're just gonna go with
Maybe
Hiroshima.
not. Yeah.
Um, yeah. All right. Well, moving on. Danshoku Dino versus
Main
Jun Akayama.
event.
This was wild.
So we talked about several greatest matches ever today.
Yeah, I don't know what
Um,
this was, but it
we have
happened.
another one. No, we don't.
It was
No.
something. I don't know what this
The ending
was.
stretch, though.
It was certainly something. It was very confusing, all in all.
Dino was about to lose, and a video of Dino came up on the Titantron, and it was kind of like a "if you're watching this, I'm about to die"
Yeah.
video. And then he just kept kicking out
He kept kicking out of
of
everything.
absolutely everything.
Akayama also kicked out of the Danshoku driver like 8 times as well.
Yeah,
So it was
head in the trunks as well,
in the
like
trunks.
full on.
It
Yeah,
was a
like
very strange
there
match.
were several parts where the camera couldn't cut to a different angle because Dino's uh
Dick would have been out.
probably just there.
Is this there? I mean, Dino was basically naked for like the ending part of the
But
match,
yes,
where
and then there was a bit where Akama was blinded by his nakedness.
yeah, it was all very strange.
Somehow they turned that to a very compelling and entertaining match.
Yes, it had no right being as good as it was, but it was
No,
certainly something. It was very
in the end,
confusing.
Akayama did retain with several knee lifts.
Several knee lifts and an exploder to naked Dino, and he won.
Yeah.
Second defense for Akayama. Yeah. And his third is coming up because there's no way in hell Hiroshima is beating him.
And speaking of Hiroshima, he came out after
Yeah.
as the new reigning tag champ to challenge Jun Akayama not for a show in May. I
No.
don't know.
No. Instead
For the
they're doing
Super
it.
Saitama crossover show in June.
Yep. So we have the first title match for Super Saitama, which is
Yeah.
Akayama versus Hiroshima. This is confirmed.
Huge match.
Mm.
Big one. I'm very excited, just a bit confused about how we're getting there.
Yeah. And this weekend we have Akayama and Oeshi challenging for the tag titles
Yeah.
against Bao Pasari. Um. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah?
I don't.
Question mark?
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't get it. I don't get why they're doing this. This is all.
They're consolidating a lot of stuff
Yeah.
into Hiroshima things.
Eruption losing tag confuses me even more at this point. It's all very strange. It's all very odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. I.
Very confused.
It's a good match. It's a very good match to put on your big show that you when you want to sell tickets for it because that's a very
Oh,
big
yeah.
match. But
It's just why does Hiroshima need to be tag champ for it?
yeah, that's the one where it's like, well, wouldn't it make more sense for Eruption to be tag champs in the tag league, lose the tag titles to, or losing the tag league to Hito and Daisuke or Sasaki or to anyone really, and then have them defend against them uh, at Saitama because then you have another title match at Saitama, which is a big match. Or you can, but like, are they gonna? I mean, I guess they could stretch it out all the way to Wrestle Peter Pan, but that's August and that's fucking ages away.
That's a while away.
Yeah,
I guess they're getting more stuff out of Jun while
yeah,
they haven't.
yeah. It would certainly be something if they did that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I suppose
Mm.
that's the only real reason I could think of
Yeah,
beyond just make the match bigger.
yeah. It's certainly odd, um,
Yeah,
but I guess
but nonetheless, Akiyama versus Hiroshima. I'm very much looking forward to that one.
it'll be good. The result
Uh-huh.
predictable is kind of predictable though. I don't see Akayama losing that.
We said that about Jun's reign since
Yeah,
the beginning, really. Haven't we?
yeah, because it is going. To, it is.
It's gonna be predictable where it goes. It's just we're gonna enjoy the ride while we're going there.
Yeah, we're waiting till we get to the Take match, and once we're there, Take gotta win.
Yeah.
Because Take is probably winning King of DT, which is, yeah.
Nah, he jumped ship to AEW. No, I'm joking.
No. Well, I mean, he did go to AEW recently for a little
On Dark Elevation.
on Dark Elevation. He will be teaming with Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa on Dark Elevation next week.
Yeah,
Yep,
I do believe he beat Danny Limelight
he did.
this week.
He beat Danny Limelight. Next week, he's facing the Seidel brothers and Danny Limelight again. So
Oh boy.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was DDT.
That was DT.
Fun, weird, as
Uh,
always.
apparently, on the DT had a house show tonight that they were taping, or the show that they were taping tonight. Yoshimura and Kaito showed up. Not Yoshimura. What's his name?
Oh, uh,
Inamura.
there
Yoshiki
you go.
Inamura.
The other
The
big one.
Noah people. Because
Yeah.
they confronted Ueno because Takei's not there because they're hyping up that Saitama tag match with
Oh
Takei
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Ueno facing off with Yoshiki Inamura and Kaito. Um, interesting match.
I mean, that's another thing. They can't do the Universal match on
Well,
Summer either, can they?
assuming Ueno retains.
Unless Ueno loses.
Unless Ueno loses, which they could very well. I mean, they already. We still don't know what the Princess of Princess Championship match is going to be, and we don't know what the GHC title match is going to be.
I would assume Princess of Princess will either be Yamashita challenging or Yuka.
Yeah, it'll be one of those two probably.
Yeah.
I think if Yamashita's challenging, she
It,
wins. If Yuka's challenging, Rika's probably going to retain again.
so you got Ito this month. If they put one between then, which is coming up this weekend, Rika Ito.
Hmm.
If they put in a defense between then and Saitama, then it'll be Yuka at Saitama because he'll have Miyu in the middle.
Yeah, but that makes me think. I think if Miyu faces her in between, they could do Miyu winning and then do Miyu Yuka for the belt, because that would be a
Yeah,
big match for TJPW
sense.
to bring that
Potent.
rivalry back.
I don't see it. I see Rika holding the belt into Saitama.
Hmm.
And probably losing it at Saitama, maybe.
Yeah. Hmm.
Something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then Noah, it'll either be Keno or Nakajima, but I'm not sure who. Uh, probably Keno. I feel like Keno makes sense.
Watch it just be Keiji Muto.
Well, no, I mean it's gonna. No, I mean who's gonna face KG? I mean,
Oh, who's gonna face Keiji? Right,
yeah,
right. I
no,
thought you meant
no,
who's gonna be
no, no, no. I think it'll be Keno versus Keiji Muto. I don't know who's gonna win that because
Okay.
it'll probably be like, oh god.
affected.
It's like with Muto, it's this insane roller coaster and you don't know where it ends. So it's just like,
him retaining against Kaito threw everything out.
yeah, it's very strange. With Shiozaki gone,
I just want the match to not be shit.
yeah, it's tough though. It's
That
Keiji Muto.
That Kaito match was hot garbage.
Garbaggio fountains. Yes, it was very
Oh
bad.
yes.
Hopefully they don't have that main event because yeah, that would be probably pretty bad if they do.
You think Jun Harashima main events, right?
Maybe, but like GHC is technically more prestigious,
Yeah, probably.
and like Muto he gets them big bucks. He's a
Yeah,
draw.
true.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. It's not great. It's
Yeesh.
mm.
And we've seen some Keno matches with
No, there are some bad Keno matches. He needs the right opponent, and that's the thing. If he doesn't have the right
Okay,
opponent,
we need to hash out the true main event of the Saitama Superdome. Who will be challenging Fujita?
you're assuming Fujita's gonna beat Cesaro on the 29th,
Yeah,
which he
true.
might not. It's like
I mean, okay.
it's
Can Fujita just like stare him to death?
I mean, it's Cesaro. Have you seen how Cesaro stares at people?
Can this just be like a staring contest match?
Ooh, I don't know, man. That's pretty tough.
That will be war of attrition right there.
Yeah. Speaking of no, actually, there is a show this weekend on Sunday. The first of their shows. They have a junior title match on that show. Kotoge will be making his first defense of the belt against Kongo's Niao. Who you got?
Oh yeah, Seki Yoshioka lost the belt on his head.
Yes, that was.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. The more I think about it.
he just won it.
Oh well. Yeah, Neo. I've Neo challenging Katoge.
Neo,
Katoge's probably gonna retain.
yeah.
They also have Vegeta teaming with Kendo Kashin to face Cigar and Sakuraba.
Oh boy,
You know,
combined age of 20,000.
combined age of 20,000 in that match. All the old
Oh my
people.
goodness.
And then
All
the
of
main
them.
event is
Wait,
Muto.
wait.
Yeah?
What if at the Saitama Dome, Vegeta versus Sakuraba?
No.
Think about it. Think
No,
about it.
that's not a draw.
Yeah.
Nobody
Oh,
wants that.
draw that Enochiism money.
That's not gonna draw anything. That's just gonna make people very upset. It
And
also
then Keno versus Kendo Kashin didn't make anyone sad.
that did not draw any money. That was bad.
0 dimes in the
Zero
coffers.
dimes. That should not have been on that. I mean, there was a reason the
Mm.
fucking tag titles main evented over that because that was stupid as shit.
None. None.
None. Yeah. Kitamiya, the unfortunate sacrifice as the first Congo defense for Muto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Key. I mean, if they give Kitamiya the belt, I'll be hyped as fuck. But they aren't going
It's
to.
not happening, but I would
It
love
would be
it.
really funny if he just backdrop drivers him and wins the belt.
No, just headbutt.
Headbutt win.
Headbutt, stoppage, done.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah. We got Cigar, Fujita as well on that day, and then also the junior tag titles. Stinger defending against Ikuta Hidaka Ikuta, or whatever how the fuck whatever order his name is in, because it's the translate kind of fucks it, and then Nozawa, which is
Cool.
I don't know. It's the Yano. I mean, it's the Yano of of Noah, really. So
Yeah.
yeah, not a. I think Stinger retaining there. I don't know who's beating Stinger for those tag belts.
Eesh.
They've just been kind of sitting there.
Junior tag belts is just where the match is surprisingly long, and then the champions are whoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
About it.
That's about it, I think.
That's
Uh,
what we've got in Pure. Nothing else has happened.
Oh, I guess we can talk about the Cinderella results if you're caught up with that.
Oh boy, we can.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at
Running through. Okay, so we've had a plethora of substitutions being
Yep.
made. Saya Ida injured. She's out. Big knee injury.
Yep.
Very sad. So
Uh,
she was replaced with Hanan.
Yep.
And then we also had Saki Kashima. She was unwell on the
Mhm.
day. So Rina took over.
Yep.
On her spot.
Himeka easily beat Hanan. Yeah.
Yep.
You were immediately wrong because Konami got eliminated.
It got eliminated, but Micah goes through, so I win anyway.
Yeah, Micah went through. Konami out.
And then Unagi went through. Big poggers.
Yeah, that surprised me. I thought they were
That
for
was
sure going to
huge.
give it to Tora.
And I before there's big upheaval about Rina beating Azumi, Rina was just taking over Saki's booking.
Yeah. Saki
Saki would have gone over. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sadness to the whole world.
Why? Why did they do this?
Momo.
Momo, like, no. What was the point of this?
Lost the Starlight Kid.
Yeah. What was the point of this again?
So they see Momo as like the 4th best in Queen's Quest, which is really sad.
Yeah.
Really, really, really sad. She's out first round. I hate it.
Even then, like, you'd think she'd go over Starlight Kid of all people, but I guess they're pushing her a lot, which is.
To be fair, the Starlight Kid's been there and they've had a job a lot. They've had a job a lot.
All right.
A lot of the time when she shouldn't, but yeah. Mayu beats Fukigen Death.
Yeah. That's about it. There's nothing really to say there, is there?
Julia beats Ruaka. They both bled in that match, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Utami beats Mina.
And then, as predicted, but still very cool, Saya Kamitani, Tall Saya, beats Tam Nakano.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that as a white belt match. That's
set up for the white belt match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And then
Shuri beat Poi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big sad for Poi, but they're pushing Shuri a lot.
She's already got a red belt match coming up.
Yeah. Gonna wish for a white belt one. Triple Crown.
She's already got SWA and tags. Don't need anything.
Yeah.
Ah! I love Shuri, but over push. Come on.
It was certainly a thing.
So yeah, and they're not doing all the tournament matches on one night this year. The rest of the matches are on the 30th.
Yeah.
which is very unusual for Cinderella filming.
It's not COVID related, is it? It's just they're just doing that.
I think they're just doing it.
Okay, it's very odd. um,
They did the whole Cinderella in one night last year.
yeah, I mean it's cool. Uh, I still
Yeah.
think Mayu's winning. I don't.
Uh, pretend, yeah.
I don't see anyone else winning that. It really makes sense for her to win and then go
Yeah.
on to challenge for the Tam after she beats Saya.
Damn.
Tam.
We just need to get the Shuri defense out of the way, then Julia wins the red belt and be done with it.
Yeah, Julia's 100% winning the red belt.
Just if you want her in the main event, just give her the main event belt
Yeah.
for Christ's sakes.
Julia still has a wish from last year's Cinderella. She never
Yeah.
officially used it. It's just there.
God.
Like
Yo,
she
if
won
she
the
wins,
white
if she wins back to back Cinderella, then she has double wish bank in the bank.
double wish in the bank because she just never uses
Yeah.
either of them. Just sits there
She
like,
never uses them. She just wins anyway. She doesn't need them.
yep, yeah.
God, that'd be such blatant booking. Wouldn't it?
I will use my two wishes because I have two of them for a white belt shot and a red belt shot, and I will become a
At the
double
same time.
and triple threat, double gold dash,
Triple threat, double gold dash.
and I
This
will
is it.
win them both.
Yes, I will pin all three of you, and then your shoulders will be on their shoulders, so technically you win.
Yeah.
It's like Roman Edge Bryan all over again.
Yeah. I think that's it. You got anything
That's
else?
about it.
Yeah.
No, that's what I got. That's all I
Yeah, well, thank y'all for watching. See you next week.
got. Nothing else in Puro.
There's nothing else going on.
Nothing else.
There's nothing happening. It's so slow
Oh,
right now. Like,
not yet. Well, we're building, but we're
I
not
mean,
ready.
Champions Carnival's on, but I'm not watching that.
Yeah. All Japan. What?
Old Japan, you know. Yeah. Um. Oh, Aaron Hanare lost again today.
Aaron Hanare lost. Can't wait for that Shingo Osprey.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. I wonder who's gonna
Goodbye.
win that one. Jeez, could it
Oh boy.
possibly be the Signo Toguku?
Tigwiki.
Toguiki? Nah. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. You did like the fucking podcast. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Send me presents.